Just like that, we're live. Just like that. With that grand entrance. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very awesome. So tonight, I would be remiss if I did not finish out the Hidden Side stuff for January 2020. And tonight, here we go. We have to build him, El Fuego, in his airplane. Because I have had the rest of the Hidden Side sets for probably 4.5 months now. And they just get pushed back. A lot of people don't like the Hidden Side stuff, but I do. And it needs done. And there's an episode waiting for the other 4 sets that weren't done. So here we are. We are here with this. And I've got some good beats tonight. Just going to hang out, chill. Hopefully my moderators pop in at some point in time. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think that sounds fine. So let's kick on some tunes. Let's hang out. What do you say? Sounds good to me. Sounds a little low, yeah? Need to turn my end up as well. Ah, that's better. So tonight in the chat, I know there's only one person in here right now, but you type in pod, it'll send you to our lovely podcast. Or if you type in pup, it's a request for one of those back there. There. That that one. Or one of the other 6 others. So that's what we're going to roll with tonight. Got my new camera on its way. So I will have a camera here on this ugly thing and a camera on what is going on here, because that's the most important thing. So that's what we'll roll with tonight. Already got my box cut open. We're going to roll with it. And tomorrow I've got some of the Monkey Kid stuff that is on its way. Just waiting at this point in time for it to pop up. Whoa, bro. You aren't going to believe this. Some of you that are going to be watching this later down the line are going to be like, what? 1, 2, 3. I have 3. Why is it not showing it? I have 3 of the same sticker sheet that came out. The same sticker sheet. 3 of them. It just fell out of the box. I wonder if there's another. No, there's not a 4th. What am I going to do with 3? What am I going to do with them? And I appreciate y'all that are watching this on YouTube when this is on YouTube. Sell them? April, you clearly crazy. I've never seen this before. Hi. Thanks for coming into the chat. Because I know you're online doing nothing. I got to get used to this camera thing. I can't believe this. This has never happened. I've never got a duplicate of anything like that. Usually I end up getting stuff that doesn't work. Like broken pieces that are misprinted or something like that, you know. So while you're in here, now that I know you're in here, because you're the only one, because you love me. I had somebody reach out to me on Twitter, said, all your videos on on Twitch are gone. Where are they? I was like, after 14 days, they disappear. Their videos on demand, they go away forever, never come back. He was a nice dude, very nice guy. Seriously, I already knocked a piece on the floor. I want to give him a shout out, though. He's a nice guy. It's nice to hear something positive from a while. Tony. At Tony Visualizes on Twitter. Yeah. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it. I think I'm going to have to start porting things over. These are cool, by the way. These come with all the hidden side sets. I think I'm going to have to start porting over some of my videos to YouTube. Why not? I only do it once in a while, right? I'm in a bizarre mood. I'm in a very talkative, chill mood. Well, I'm not affiliated, okay? And I don't have a Twitch Prime, so I'm not special. Okay? Oh my god. I'm not cool. I'm not a big-time streamer. I'm taking that from you, Dan. I'm taking it. Get over it. But I did order a camera. Another camera. Separate camera. Just so that I can have a separate look. Separate feel. I'm moving my pieces down in a minute. I'm just organizing at the moment. Somewhat organizing. Trying to move some stuff out of the way. Some stuff. No, I wasn't going to stream, but I was like, I have this stuff that I need to build. Might as well. Why not? Instead of doing it by myself. April, I don't know if you came to chat late. You like my new links? My new commands? I'm all professional now. Look at me. Look at me. I'm all professional, eh? Or something. Some people would disagree. So you're not a professional. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. Yeah, let's go with the surprised face. And so that I don't have issue anymore. Come on now. And so that I don't have issue with music anymore because of the stream beats and its silliness from time to time, I chose to elect to do take them and record all of them. So I've got multiple playlists. So I don't have to worry about ads because I don't have Spotify or anything like that because I don't listen to music. Not like that. She's a surprised face. Look at her. Oh my god. She needs to be out of the way. She's in my way. I got Parker. Or, I'm sorry, Jack, not Parker. With this hoodie piece, I'm going to have to put that on my minifig. My customized minifig. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. His dual molded hair with his hat. See? How can you not love Jack? That's what I'm saying. I didn't know. Well, there's my lady. There's my dude. I'm missing his phone. Where's his phone? It's here somewhere. I just don't see it. It'll come to me later. It'll appear out of the blue. Because that's what it does, right? Totally. Paper instructions were a bad idea. There's his phone. I knew it. His mobile device. Let's see. Let's follow these instructions because they're awesome, right, eh? Actually, I think. See, I'm gonna sing along. I'm gonna feel the groove. Or something like that. Some of you are gonna be like, what is wrong with him? I don't know, a lot? That's where I would start. A lot. All right, let's kick it off. inside's going to end up. Hope not in the bottom of a discount barrel. Not yet. It's too soon. Way too soon. Way too soon for that craziness. Oh, we're building her pack, aren't we? Hey, kooky lady. You silly lady, you. What you doing out there, April? I know you were online playing earlier. I saw it on Discord. You and Dan. Dan the man. Kiwi himself. Why can't Americans have a cool nickname like that? A Kiwi. I don't even know what we're referred to around the rest of the world. Silly? Crazy? Wacky? Something? Let me pull a sticker from one of my 3 sticker sheets. This is going to be bad. Sticker placement is my problem. I'm not allowed to use sharp devices in my house. My mom said no. I'm just kidding. I don't live with my mom, you silly wackadoodles. I can get behind that sticker. I'm okay with that. I ain't got a problem with that. It's going to go on the back of the crazy lady. It's going to become Gould later. Some point in time. If you prefer her to be creepified. I don't live with my mom. I live with my dogs. Look at this. All left me. There's nobody here. There's one on that side over there, but he won't come near me. He's angry because I won't walk him because it's 100 degrees outside. I mean, look, I'm looking out for his best interest. Like his bestest interest. I don't need his paws burning on the concrete. Like if I'm not walking on the concrete, I'm not going to expect him to go walk on concrete. That's like crazy talk. Like, get out of here, bruh. This looks crooked. It's not. It just... Oh, maybe that piece. Right there. And she's got a jetpack. Look at her. Her and Elon Musk must be bestest buds. I'm cool with that. I can get down with the jetpack. Straight up. Now, I'm not going to ghoul her yet. I'll save her ghoulish side for later. Because both of these bags will get done tonight. That's no doubt. No doubt in my mind, eh? I need to stop listening to Canadian podcasts. I need to stop talking to people from the UK. And, well, the UK, Scotland. All the lovely European people. I love imitating the accents. It's fun to me. It's enjoyable. I hope it's not offensive. God, I hope not. If it is, I apologize. Because that is not my intent. It is not my intent. Where are we? I have instructions in front of my face, and I'm like, what? Where do I go? Right here's where I go. Sometimes
I love spaghetti.
Whoa! Well, who did it? Who did it? The Carnival Wilson, thank you for the follow. I cannot thank you enough. I love hearing, I love spaghetti. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. We are building. Of course, you made me do this. We're building this buddy tonight because we did the two $50 sets on a podcast recently, but I've got the other 4 sets that I need to do, and I've just been pushing off. But you found me here. You can if you follow this link, see, there we go. Come on, mod lady. There we go. If you go there, you can find our podcast that has all that greatness, all that cool stuff, reviews, interviews with people, do different Lego things, Twitch streamers, ideas creators, people that just are in the know. A lot of cool people. But thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Whether you stick around or not, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. I'm not going to complain. But we're just hanging out, just chilling, listening to some music, and getting these builds done. Might as well not build alone. I've always been a loner. That's what my mom always said. I'm just kidding. But I have been a loner. That's me. I'm happy with me and me. Oh, up. April, I need to come up with something else other than Bork. I was thinking about it today. I was like, I need to come up with my own thing. When I screw up, I can be like, I did this screw up. This major screw up. I don't know. I bricked it. I potted it. I don't know. Something cheesy. Something silly. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But thank you for coming for the ride. I don't have any dogs back here. Usually, if you use the command, see, I need to make sure I'm on the right screen here. If you use pup, I'll pull one of them in, but one of them is not here. And I don't want to yell in your ear. I don't know where they went. They're usually always hanging out back here. This is an extra bedroom. And this is like a gross dog blanket back here that they love to lay on because they like to see out that window over there, which you cannot see, but I'm going to point to it anyway. Because everybody loves dogs. And if you don't love dogs, what's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. Back to what I was doing, right? I pulled my instructions again. We're just moving along. Moving along. I'll tell you what, for a $30 set, this was an airplane that I was always curious about, just due to the fact that it didn't have a ton of pieces, but it was something that just kind of stood out. Like, it's kind of bulky for an airplane, which is cool. Plus, it's hidden set. That just happened. This is a common problem in my life. I drop a lot of things. And you know what? April, you're here. You know what's funny? My wife is a speech therapist. And I have some of the worst speech when I'm in a hurry. I do it a lot when I record. Okay, Mama, what are you doing? Hey, look, here comes one. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop licking my microphone, weirdo. Stop it. This is Kenzie. Ugh. She's our pit boxer mix that we had a long, long time. It's been about 6 years we've had her. She's about 8. She's adopted. She was a foster, and then my son fell in love with her, and we just couldn't get rid of her. So, right? Yeah, I know. She's our Chunky. She is a brick house. Okay, come on. There you go. Yeah, get down. That's her. That's one of them. That's one of the 7. I know, we're crazy. We're crazy dog people. My wife keeps bringing them home, and I'm like, I can't say no. So, I mean, it happens, you know. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, with her being the speech therapist that she is, I am always like, I rush my speech a lot, especially on the show. Like, I get excited and I'm like, blah, 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 I fumble over words. And sometimes I'll go back and remove it from the show. And sometimes I won't, because it was too generic. Not generic. It was too it was two in the moment. I'm like, oh, that'll fit. That'll work well. Frankly, I just don't care. If I have goofy language, I'm not going to cry. You know, it's not going to be the end of the world. In my mind. Where are we going with this thing? I am digging this. Yes! Yes! All right! Apologize if I'm yelling into the mic. I am trying to watch my levels very much so. April, I need you to tell me, is the music too loud on that end? Because I hear one thing in my head, in my ears, but I'm watching my thing here, my meter. Because it's different from my meter on my board. On my board. I guess we're going to start making wings here. Of course we are. Of course that's what we're doing. We're going to make the wings, man. We're totally going to make those wings. Let's see, where are we here? And my lovely friend that joined the stream, Mr. or Mrs. Miss The Carnival Wilson. I do a lot of weird impressions just because I'm a very weird individual. My ADHD is like rules me. But I'm me. Look, we have a plane. Not quite. We have some wings. There's nothing propelling it. We need to fix this somehow. Let's add more pieces. Well, eventually. You aren't that weird. You're right, I'm not. I'm pretty normal. You know what, though? While we're on weird, even though it's not weird, that's a bad segue. Dan's thing last night that he talked about the big mental health thing in the room, it's a big deal. That's a big deal. I think a lot more people struggle with it than what most people realize. I mean, I'm in that position. I lost very close friends in the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I've seen somebody for on and off for a long time. And more recently than not, just due to the fact that, you know, it's there's certain things, you know, they bring it up and stuff. I'm not making to bring the showdown or anything like that, but like it's important. It's very important. You know, being in the military definitely messes with your head quite a bit. As if you couldn't tell with this insignia on my shirt, the Marine Corps. But it's the big ugly elephant in the room that nobody ever wants to talk about. Not in the military. You know, you're young and dumb, and you're like, I'm good. Oh, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about, man. And then you get older, and you realize the world isn't quite like that. And you come across other people, and like for me, I am a quick trigger as far as anger. Always have been. For, let's see, that was 12 years ago that I left the military. And I've always been a quick trigger, very just anything really. I mean, I could be walking my dogs. I mean, I'm a paranoid person. I look over my back about every 15, 20 yards, just quick check to the rear, just make sure that I'm not being followed and stuff like that. It's, is this black? Yeah, this is black. It's interesting. So anyway, back to my original point when Dan was talking about it last night. It struck a chord with me more than anything, just due to the fact that I get it. I completely get it. And it's, you know, I personally, I think everybody should talk to somebody that knows that kind of stuff. That is not a family member, of course, because you don't want to do that. That's not going to work out well. I have a family member that is a therapist, counselor, whatever, and yeah, you don't want to do that. It doesn't end well. Nor would I want to, but you know. Anyway, where are we going here? I got one more piece I got to put in here. This build's coming together pretty quick. I got to admit, I'm really surprised. So we're on step 26, and there's only, there's only 2 bags in here. So tomorrow, April, you're already here. You already know, but my other lovely guest, Mr. Wilson, Mrs. Wilson, Carnival Wilson. We're going to be building one of the Monkey Kid sets tomorrow from Lego. The Demon Bull King, I think, is the one that I'm going to build tomorrow. And then we'll see what happens. It's probably going to end up being a 2-day build just because it is not a quick build. It is a rather lengthy build. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's like 1,000 pieces. So it's going to take some time. We're going to get there eventually, but it's gonna take some time. Excuse me uno momento. One moment or minute, I guess. My wife is teaching me. Even though she's not Hispanic, she's teaching me. All right. Okay. I'm like hunched forward. I'm like, trying to get these pieces. So we've got wings. This is what it looks like in the instructions right now. Literally. Just like this. Okay, just like that. That's the way it looks. Right like that. So we're there. We're getting there. Slowly. Ever so slowly. But I'm kind of intrigued by the build. We're about to... I guess this is supposed to be the stick that is used for flight. We're going to put in here a little ball joint, little Mixels type ball joint with a ball and then a bar. There we go. Sticking out the end of it. I can tell you right now, your minifig is going to sit right here. Right there. No doubt in my mind. With the stick being there, you know, it reminds me of like the Friends or the Elves. A long time ago with the Elves. But it reminds me of that back then when you had, where they use these pieces for the legs. So, give me 1 minute. I want to go grab one for you. So, aside from not being a girl, I was big into the elves stuff, especially at its end. And I just find the coloring, the pieces, awesome. Some of the designs, awesome. So these are mini dolls. Obviously, they are different from a minifig, right? So I have the two in my hand. They're both standing level. Mini dolls are slightly bigger, slightly larger, even without their hairpiece on. And the difference is their legs. So their legs are longer and come apart like that, right? So it's not like a studded connection in the sense. But what they do is just like on this set, they use this piece. Their feet go on opposite sides, just like in here. So theoretically, I could take my mini doll, not minifig. I could put her in my plane. And she could fit in just perfectly, just like that. So let me move this goose egg out of the way. I don't need you. But we're going to get back to the building part of this because that's what's important. Importante. You know what? I should make the plain elves colors. I have some really cool green in there, some of the really like light azure blue. And by the way, those birds are not here at my house. They are part of this soundtrack. So don't be like, oh my God, he's outside? He's building outside. That maniac. No. Not me. Why do I feel like I'm missing a piece here? I'm not, but I feel like I am. So I didn't want to interrupt your stream last night, April, with you and Dan, but we are getting the Jurassic World stuff on July 6th. Disney stuff comes out on the 17th of June, which anybody that doesn't know anything about New Elementary is a great website, Twitter, whatever you can follow them wherever. They do a lot of, they'll take these pieces, which I didn't put on there because I'm a goof. They'll take these types of pieces. They'll find a specific piece. Let's say it's something like this, something almost benign. And they'll say, it's not been in this color. Here's what you can do with it. You can make this with it. You can do this with it. It connects in this way. I mean, they go way above and beyond. And it's some of the coolest stuff if you're a builder. Because you're like, this can be used in about 30 different ways, aside from just being a Technic axle. So they noticed that on the Lego magazines, it's from the back cover, it's like the back page. They noticed that the Disney stuff that was slated for June 17th, they noticed kind of outlined in April. I know you saw this because I saw it on Instagram today. But I thought it was interesting. I saw it last night that they were saying that it looks like it could be an 18 plus set on the fringe, potentially coming this way, which I'm curious because there's only 3 or 4 Disney sets slated for that release date. And I don't even have specific details on them. Lego, come on, man. Anyway. It is basically kid stuff. It is kid stuff. But if it is 18 plus in any way, as long as it's better than the Disney train with the train station. That was crap. I did not like that one at all. I was definitely not a fan of that one. Okay, enough with me. But I did have another dog show up. Let me see. Watch. I'll go this way. Athena. That's her. Those ears. I'm in love with those friggin' ears, man. All right. I got to put these pieces on that I forgot about because I'm a goof. And I'm going to have to remove pieces to probably get them to lock in. That's okay. 76. You going to come on stream? I told you, April. I was telling April last night, I was like, about the last time that you popped your leg up there, and she was like, oh, I saw her leg. You're the mysterious individual. I know. She just got done working out. My wife did. She ain't coming in here. It's fun to mess with her, though. Excuse me. Got a weird tickle in my throat. I think it's from having the fan on at night with the air conditioning. I don't know. It's doing something weird. I think I'm getting sick. It's not the Rona, though. I know that. Bell's Castle. Let me see. Why did I type something in a website? I already have this linked. here it is. The Disney, Lego Disney. It's not going to show me, is it? It's coming out sooner rather than later. Hachi, what are you doing? I got another dog in here. I have 4 dogs in here now. And there's another one standing out there. It's getting crazy in here. April. Okay. It is Ariel's Undersea Castle. And Ariel does not look good in minifig form. Lightning McQueen's Race Day. Belle's Castle Winter Celebration. Yeah, you had mentioned that one. It's not very big. It's only a $50 price tag on it. But mini dolls. I thought there was another one. There is not. So there are 3 sets coming out for the Disney stuff. Aside from the fact that there is potential that there could be something else larger. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Aussie, welcome, sir. Good morning from the future. September. June 10th. Welcome, sir. I appreciate it. You being here. We are... Oh, look. I have a hole in my shirt. I sure do. This is my pool shirt. I was hanging out at the pool earlier today. You know, that's how we do here in Texas. How are things out there in the Aussie land today? Well, I guess you just got out of bed, right? Oh, maybe not. It's almost 11 o'clock. Cold? Well, yeah, so we're going into summer. You guys are going into winter. I remember you saying last night on April stream about how cold it gets out there. It's like, what? In Queensland? Really? Holy moly. I had interviewed a lovely gentleman, Mr. Ligonium, a long time ago. Like episode 16, I think is what it was. That's a long time ago. He's from the east side of Australia somewhere. I cannot remember. New South Wales, maybe? I don't remember. He does some really cool stuff with Lego, but he uses Lego as a medium for teaching Greek language, which is really kind of neat, actually. Kind of interesting. Kind of different. Definitely not my thing because I have no idea of Greek at all. But we're going into winter, and I think it will be a cold one. Oh, goodness. This is Mr. Ligonium's site, for those of you that are curious. He does some really, really cool stuff out there. Some of his videos and stuff that he has made that teach you. I started in like the beginner series. I didn't get very far because I started getting angry at myself. I was like, what? I can't speak this lovely language. And yeah. But he's a very heavily followed person on Twitter from a lot of the academia region in Australia because of the Latin language that he teaches, which I thought was really cool because that'll never be me. The old language. I don't know anything about Latin. I know that some things in roots of Latin, but that's about it. Yeah, it's gonna be a cold one. Oh man, I hope not for your sake. Ugh, sounds horrible. Cold winters are never fun. I don't miss living in Pennsylvania anymore due to the weather. I mean, we get enough cold here in Texas, in North Texas. I can't even imagine going from what you said where it was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit to freezing. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, PA winters are brutal. The problem is where I lived in Pennsylvania. So these are the mountains. Is it the Appalachian Mountains or the Appalachian Mountains on the other side? I can't remember anymore. So what happens is everything comes from the west, right? The air is blowing from the west, and we lived in a valley, the Susquehanna Valley, along near the river. And what happened is it would hit the mountains out to the east of Pittsburgh, if y'all know where I'm talking about. Maybe not. Pittsburgh being in the west, Philadelphia being in the east, and we were in the middle. So it would come and it would hit the mountains, and then it would be nice on that side. And then what happened was everything else sank right down in there. It was always cold. We'd get not heavy snow. It would always rain. But I will tell you, one thing I do miss from Pennsylvania compared to anywhere else in the world that I've been, and I've been to a lot of places in the world, is the trees. Like, I get some of that if I go out to East Texas, heading towards Arkansas. But it's not near the same as going to Pennsylvania, where the roads are going in, out, up, down, left, right, up, down. I mean, it's wild how much the terrain changes. And it's just not the same. What did I miss? Did I miss something? No, I did not. I do miss that because I didn't ride bicycles a ton. I mean, I did as a kid, but it's just, even driving in a car, you're like, oh, wow, this is fun. And having a motorcycle up there is just, you're just going to be in heaven. If you like that kind of stuff where you get the swervy up, down, left, right, switchbacks all the time, you're going to like that. Like, I can get that here in hill country in Texas if I drive about an hour south of here, maybe a little bit less. But for the most part, you don't really get it here. Everything's flat. You go down to El Paso, you have some mountains and stuff, but it's just not the same. You drive too fast around all that. It's like driving through Tennessee. You drive through Tennessee, through the mountains, between the bricks. Hey, Dan, how are you, sir? Welcome. It's like driving through Tennessee. Like when I go to Pennsylvania and I drive through Tennessee, I take I-20, or not I-20, I-40 through there, and you just go up, 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 and it's left, right, up, down, and before you know it, you're dropping 2,000 feet, and then you're turning hard left. It's just crazy. It's the same way with Virginia. Dan must be awake. Well, what am I saying? He is awake. He's in New Zealand, so he's even more awake. You're amazeballs today. Congratulations.
I love spaghetti.
Oh, who was that? Who did the spaghetti? Thank you, Aussie. I appreciate the follow very much. And thank you for gratifying me with I love spaghetti. It's after lunch there. It's not in Australia. I forgot Dan's in New Zealand. He's Kiwi. We're not. I was telling her, Dan, we're not fortunate enough to have cool names, nicknames like that here in the United States. We don't have cool names like Kiwi and all that fun stuff. We have lame stuff. Oh, you're from Texas. You're a Texan. I'm not a Texan. Mevitz would not be happy with me saying that right now. I can tell you that. Redneck? No, redneck is different than calling somebody Kiwi. Kiwis, like that'd be like saying avocado. Like, I'm an avocado. All right, cool. But you're talking about one, is yank a common term? It's more of a verb. An action word. No, not at all. I've been called a Yankee after I moved to Texas. I was called a Yankee a lot because of me being from the north of the country. One of the original colonies, because I'm cool like that. Although my ancestors hail from Germany. And where the Dutch at? Belgium, right? I think so. Yes, I think so. I'm going to be really sad if I'm wrong. I'm going to be really sad if I'm wrong. Why do I feel like I'm missing something here? Oh, I'm on the back. That's why. Like, what did I do here? Over here, Americans were often referred to as Yanks or Yankees. But I feel it's like a very old thing. Common referral. Yeah. You'll still have people. I mean, April can attest to this. You'll still have people that refer to as Yankees and stuff like that. Yeah, to a certain degree. I think so. Yeah, World War II. I get that. Yeah, I get that completely. I can see that one. I can see that. As far as modern day goes, yeah, not so much. Not so much, but that's all right. I have a favorite Kiwi, and he drives a race car. Let me see. Let's test you, Dan. Let's test you. Do you know who Scott Dixon is? He's got to be like the treasure trove of New Zealand, aside from all your sheep you were talking about last night. Don't Google it. Don't cheat. Yes, he's well known. He is my, outside of my favorite American driver, because I'm a giant racing fanatic, he is my favorite racing driver. I've been watching him since he came into racing a long time ago. And he's, I think, in his 40s now. Yeah, I'm sure he's well known. He won here the other night. It was great. And it stank because I was not able to go to the race because they closed it to fans. I was extremely disappointed. I was like, because a year ago we went, I took my wife for the first time, and it was a nightmare because I'm 30% deaf in my right ear, and I think is it 20 or 25% deaf in my left ear. What does it matter? Deaf is deaf. Enough deaf. Due to my military time, and like me, I didn't need earplugs. So I was good because they go so fast. The Indy cars go so fast around that track. It's what, a mile and a half, and they go so fast that you don't need it. And she was like, "Oh my God, it's so loud!" Like she's screaming, like not happy with me. And I took our son when he was 5. That was 5 years ago that we went for the first time, him and I. And he had no problem with it. He was chill. But yeah, she was not a fan. Anyway. But only as a driver who races in the U.S., Indy cars are not well followed here, in my opinion. Race enthusiasts here would rather watch V8s. Yeah, I like watching the V8s too. Scott McLaughlin. I've watched for
I love spaghetti.
Uh-oh. Who else did it? Lego Organizer. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it greatly. And Garmadon is saying, seriously? Are you sure you want to do this? Because I'm a giant Ninjago nerd. But thank you very much, Lego Organizer, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. April, would you do me a favor and hit !pod as I try to apply this sticker with low light conditions and get it correct? Those of you that have come into the chat that don't know anything about this channel or who I am, you can check everything out there at that link right there from April. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it as well. We are a podcast. We are a recognized Lego fan media, as some of my other colleagues that are in the chat. And we do everything Lego. We do reviews. Twitch is new. We do reviews, though. We do interviews. We do talk about new things that are coming up as far as news, whether it be maybe some of the new Mario stuff that's coming out or about to come out, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or, anything. Anything Lego, you can find it there. And there is a plethora. I just recorded episode 119, which is due out Thursday here in the United States. And I recorded episode 120 as well, which will be out the following week. So yeah, go ahead, check it out. You can listen to it wherever you like. You don't have to just go to Podbean. That's where we host it. You can listen to wherever you get podcasts. LOL. April, how come you're not telling him off? What did I do? Me and Nick are besties. Me and Nick are besties. You ain't got to worry about that. Get my camera up here. Uh-oh, my camera's going funky again. I gotta fix it. It's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, I need my new camera to come. So I have my 2. Shh. There, buddy. Shh. I will tell you, I am quite excited about some of the new Mario stuff that is coming out. Those of you that are in here that don't know what I'm talking about, I don't think any of it has been released yet, right? I know there's some that's for pre-order already. Is it, or maybe it's coming soon, August 1st, yeah. It's interesting. I'll be curious to see how it does. Have I seen it in the brick? No. Wait. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think so. No. I have not. And that's okay. I'm curious, though. I'm really curious to see how it turns out. I'm really curious. Hopefully it turns out well. I don't want to see another dud. I'm worried that Hidden Side is eventually going to fall into the dud category where people are going to say, oh, yeah, it had its run and it was whatever. I didn't know. Dan, you missed it, man. We were talking about what you were talking about last night in your chat. April. I'm still like blown away by you opening yourself up like that. April had mentioned that that's part of the reason why she was streaming. It's a big deal. It really is. It's a big deal. I don't think people give enough credit to it. Sticker application. Definitely not my favorite thing to do. Here we go. It says El Fuego. But the good thing is if I mess up, I've got 2 more. Because they sent me 3 sticker sheets. Why? I don't know. Giant flub in the box. I don't know. Something. So Dan, if you're still here, I don't have time to look, but when are you planning on? Have you received your Harry Potter stuff from Lego yet? Because I was having a tough time with PTSD. No, you have not. Yeah. I have some stuff coming. I have not either. Not yet. Yeah, man. Hey, I 100% I get it. I was telling April my store earlier. That's right, Aussie, you're gonna start streaming. What are you gonna start streaming? I missed that part last night. I was in and out. Because obviously it says Aussie Simulation. Are you doing simulation games? Are you doing Lego? What are you doing? I gotta know. I'm very intrigued. Because once you get up and going, I'm very curious. You're telling me to do that. I have... Of course you would ask me to do that, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Is that a Twitch thing? Dan? I'm new here. Dingo bricks. I love it. The dingo ate y'all, baby. Sorry, Seinfeld reference. Very cool. Alert. Crikey. This is my best Steve Irwin impersonation. Crikey. Look at the size of her. Sorry, I don't mean to insult you, Aussie. Not at all. Oh, up there. Sorry, I'm replying. The dingo thing was a real thing back in the 80s. A woman claimed a dingo stole her. What? Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God. You do Farming Simulator. Okay. Major nerd alert. My son and I, he is 10, pushing 11 very quickly. We love playing that game. Giant nerds. I know. Very cool. So Lego, huh? Very cool. It's good to see more people streaming Lego. I mean, it really is. It's such a, in the grand scheme of things of everything that is on Twitch, it is such a tiny community. Why do I feel like something got forgotten here? Let's double check. No. I sure did not forget anything. It's just an extra piece. Coolio! Extra goodies. Bag 2 headed your way. And we're gonna make El Fuego. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Very cool, Aussie. I'm very excited for you, sir. Is it just gonna be you doing it? Streaming? Or is it you? Oh, the helmet almost fell. Or is it you and your wife? Dude, that is insane. It's a true story, Dan. I'm a Seinfeld junkie, like a Jurassic junkie, and a Lego junkie. I'm a junkie for all kinds of different things. But that whole thing, like, had I not just talked to you now and brought it up, I would have gone on continuing in my life thinking it was just a thing, not a legit thing. Like a thing that actually happened. It blows my mind. That's nuts, man. Here it is right here. Maybe the dingo ate your baby. Oh, jeez, Lou. Don't you hate that? At the moment, just me, but our daughter. Our daughter Lego organizer may join sometimes. Well, thank you. If that's who it was that followed me, I tell her very much thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it.
I wonder what happened to my fiancé. I know he's here somewhere. Ellen.
Here it is, Dan.
Have you seen my fiancé? He's upstairs. Are you going upstairs? Tell my fiancé I'm looking for him. I have lost my fiancé. The poor baby.
The face.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
What?
The dingo ate your baby.
All right, enough fun from me. Serious business now. Oh my god. It cracks me up, man. I still can't believe that happened. Or potentially happened. That's nuts. Red Cape Man, here we go. Nice little lovely cape. Nothing new for El Fuego. I will be happy to finish with the Lego Hidden Side stuff. I like it, but I will be happy. Just because it's like, it's just been sitting gathering dust. I know that's cruel to say, like, what? Yeah, I have a pile of shame. I have a very large pile of shame. Part of me being just a collector is only calm to have happened. I don't quite understand what that means. I'm probably missing something here. Very cool for you to start streaming, man. A lot of good people out here. And the funny thing is, it's for me, it started as, who did I start watching? It wasn't even Lego. I don't even remember who it was. So here's your lovely El Fuego with his lovely cape, his skeleton form, and the dog. I can't remember the dog. Spencer the dog. Oh. I was only claimed to have happened about the dingo taking the baby. There's a claim she made. There was a speculation she killed her own baby. Oh my God, and blame the dingoes? Dear God, I thought the United States was bad. Where was this? Was this in Australia? Y'all are cray. I'm just kidding. Don't hate me, Aussies or Kiwis. See, we need a cool name like that, April. I need a cool name. Not American or Yank. Outback Australia. Oh, back in these. Okay. I get the Outback portion of it. I do. I get that. I could see that happening. You would not catch me out there. No way. No how. Ain't gonna happen. Nope. I quit. Game over. Good night. It is not happening. That is some scary stuff to be out there. I don't, nope. You are not catching me out there. Like, I'm afraid of the dark, Lemons. I'm afraid of the dark, man. Like, no joke. Not like I can walk outside, but I'm paranoid. I can walk around in my own house and stuff like that, but I don't know what it is. Always have been. Maybe I was locked in the closet as a kid and I just don't remember. Maybe it's like PTSD that I just repress over and over. Not making light of anything. I'm just kind of making a silly joke here. But I hate it. Ugh, God, I hate it. But I like to sleep in pitch black, which is weird. Totally just bizarre. Bonkers, man. Just bonkers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So my goal is, after I finish this plane, to run around my house and irritate my wife with it. I think it'll be funny. I'll get a laugh out of it. Knowing what I do about pure dingo, it is very... okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to take you down a morbid road. Jeez, Seinfeld references. You're just making everybody sad. Get out of here, man. No, I can't even watch that episode no more. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. Let's not screw this part up. April, did y'all finish? I don't know what Dan was building last night. I don't remember. Did you finish your Lord of the Rings deal? I was like half asleep at the computer. I was like, I'm going to bed. No? Dear God. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I was going to say, I'm apparently going blind. I could not find this piece. So let me ask this, Aussie, because she builds at the speed of a sloth. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Sorry. I hit my mic. Aussie, do you have anything lined up to build? Are you... What is your plan? Do you have a plan? You just winging it? Are you going to see what happens? Or just take it day by day? You build like a sloth? Sorry, April. These dark blue pieces are impossible to see. Sorry. I didn't do it. Dan did it. Blame Dan. It's all Dan's fault. I have a set lined up. Very cool, man. I wish you all the best. It's very cool. It's a different experience. I am used to talking to myself. I have no problem talking to myself. I can have a whole conversation with myself with nobody around, wherever, grocery store, wherever, and people are going to look at me like, that dude's weird. But I'm sure Dan is giving you some pointers. It'll be all right. It'll be fun. That's the biggest thing. It's supposed to be fun. Enjoy yourself. Hang out. Talk with people. Talk by yourself. Frankly, I think this is more therapeutic than anything. Lego in general is. At least in my case. A lot of people's cases. I know is it Beyond the Bricks or whatever the documentary was? I can't remember. A brickumentary, whatever they did back in 2014. A lot of people that they had on there were talking about it being therapeutic, and I agree. It's very therapeutic. Just sit, build, and they had on the creator of South Park. I'm not a big South Park watcher. I never really was. Like, it was like the negative thing as when I was a kid, not an older kid, but an oldish kid. Like, you can't watch that. Why? It's not that bad. It's like real world. Anyway, the creators do that. They build Lego to unwind their brain so that they don't have to. I mean, they're always on. They're always thinking. They're always creating, and it's one of those things that they had mentioned that they don't have to do. They can just follow instructions and build. Follow instructions and build. And I mean, that's kind of what I am. I'm not a creator in that sense. I'm a content creator, just not in that sense. And for me, coming up and trying to create things is like, it's horrible. It's like Pinkopolisburg or whatever it's called. You know, I could not do that type of thing. I could not. I get started on a project, I'm like, oh, this sucks. I quit. I'm done. Game over. Good night. This money is tight. Going to start with 3-in-1 sets and do all 3 over the week with 3 streams. Very cool, man. Hey, it doesn't have to be big and flashy. Anybody can tell you that. It doesn't have to be. You'll eventually get there, hopefully, or maybe not. I don't know what you're looking for out of it, but it's just good to get in it. It really is. It's just really cool. Where'd my mouse go? Right in front of my hand. I'm like looking for it. I can't even find it. I have to use the restroom. I will be right back in a minute. But April, check out my professionalism. I need a comment when I come back. I'll be back in a moment. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. Yeehaw, cowboy. What'd you think, April? Pretty good, huh? You like that? It's my little dance move. It's a good way to start, mate. I'm just going to say don't overspend on to keep streaming. I agree. 100%. Let me finish this. It gets expensive. Look for ways to get good value out of your Lego. Don't be afraid to build older stuff. I agree 100%, Dan. I found that out the hard way when I started my podcast. I was trying to compete and keep up with Jang Bricks and Beyond the Brick and all of the Brick Fan and bricksfans.com and all of those. I'm like, the Brick Blogger. I'm like, how am I going to keep up with him? And it was nearly impossible. And still to this day, I'm never going to be what like Jang is. I'm never going to have every single thing. And even he has dropped in comparison to what he was. He has dropped significantly. So I would say, take your time. Like Dan said, find things with good value. I don't know about how they do things in Australia, but so July 1st is usually after the first half of the year at the big box stores, especially Walmart, Target here, will start dropping Lego sets 40%, sometimes 50, maybe more depending. And you can pick them up for a lot cheaper price. And it just makes a lot of sense to go then and say, oh, I'm gonna grab this set. I paid 50% for it. It's 6 months later, but I'm still gonna build it. It doesn't matter. I mean, this set came out in January. It's been sitting in a backlog for months, but it's a great $30 set. And there are plenty of values that are out there and stuff like that. And you just basically have to take your time. That's all. You just take your time. There's no rush. You'll eventually get there. I promise. I don't know about the whole Twitch thing because I'm new. Thanks, April. A month, 6 weeks in. But yeah. Yeah. Technic sets. Well, and the thing is, I've been on here, an hour and 20 minutes now. This is 2 bags. This would not have taken me an hour and 20 minutes, but I like talking to myself. I like listening to music. I like talking and communicating with people. You know, I mean, just do what you got to do. So I wish you all the best luck. That's awesome. I love watching people. And the thing is, like I told April last night or last night, whenever, I don't remember. It's nice because I can have Twitch on in the background. Even if I'm not 100% watching, I'm still listening. Whatever I'm doing. It's almost kind of like a podcast to me because that's what I do. That's what I like to do in my chill time. If I'm doing something else. And it's nice because you can listen to that type of stuff in the background, but at the same time still know what's going on. I hope the best for you. I really do. That's very cool. Another Lego streamer on Twitch. Very cool. Target stores there. Is it because they're going out of business? They're just not making money, or is that why they're closing them? Whoop. I grabbed it from the wrong side, didn't I? Yes, I did. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I popped off the wingtip. That's okay. Oh my. Oh, they're part of the Kmart chain not doing so well. I gotta ask, because obviously Australia is a massive country. Were you affected by the wildfires back in? I mean, it was summer there, but I guess it was winter here, fall here. Were you affected by those at all? going on here? Why are you not clicking in? There we go. Oh, I know what we're doing. So if you're not familiar with Hidden Side, they use colors like this. They use colors like this. There we go. They use colors like this with the pinkish color. And they use yellow as well to get the app to activate. So this is going on the wing. So when this is built and it's playset worthy, did I put it too close? What did I do? Oh no, okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. It looks odd though, like that. I don't know why that's like that. I don't like that. That bothers me. But it just, you flip it up and it activates. Way to fire just down the road from us. Where some of the lucky ones. Well, good for you, man. That's I talked to the gentleman. I popped up his link in there, Mr. Lagonium. And him and his wife had a fire near them somewhere, but I don't think they were in like grave danger. But I mean, it really doesn't matter. Fire's a fire. A wildfire's a wildfire. I mean, you could easily be in danger. So at the end of my track. Sure is. All right, let's go to the next one because we're almost finished with this. Dan, I don't know if you're still in here. I figured out my music problem. Or I found a solution to my music problem. Since I don't have Spotify and all that kind of stuff, I figured out, I was like, oh, I can take this stuff and I can record it straight to into my channel. And that's what I've done. You're in the country as well. Yeah, see, being out there, out in the boondocks, I don't know, boondocks meaning country, you're basically left on your own. It's not like the populated cities where you have the fire brigade and stuff like that around. Oh, there's a fire. Felt bad for all the animals as well. Giant animal person, so that bothered me a lot for a while. Along with all the lives out there. Human or animal, doesn't matter. And of course, all the news media does here in the United States is show koalas with their burnt paws and stuff, and I'm like, ugly crying. Why are you showing me this? I know why you're showing me this, but and I want to do what I can. I'll donate, but oh my God, you're hurting my heart so much. Are we happy yet? Are we happy yet? What's going on here? Oh, we're putting it backwards. Okay. Only what? One more sticker after this, thank God. There's 13 stickers on this. And it's a $30 set. No. What's wrong with you? I love this song. I have never listened to this before, just so you know. I've never heard this track ever in my life. You fool! You trick us! Ah! Are we locking this puppy in? cheer? Right cheer. Don't press too hard. Use kid hands. Kiwi, what's going on, my friend? How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for checking me out. Appreciate it. How is life over in New Zealand today? Had Dan here a little bit ago. People need to remember is they make the wildlife part look worse because they know that people are, they're sucked in by it. I am. I'm like, oh my God, the koala. Oh my God. And this is exactly what it looked like. I got tears. Because I'm just a giant animal freak. So, seeing that, I'm just like, oh my God, I feel so bad. It killed me. And I know wildfires have happened out in the bush here in the United States forever and a day. They have. It's a natural phenomenon most of the time. The lightning strike, heck, here in Texas, you see them along the road all the time. I was out today, and the fire department pulled out from a stop sign in front of me. I didn't hear any sirens. I'm like, what is going on? And there was a fire alongside the road in the dried grass, the long grass. I was like, oh, here we go. It's fire season. Going good. Yeah, you do. Now that you're here, I was mentioning earlier, I've got a backlog of the January releases that I need to get out and do a show on and discuss and stuff like that. So I am finally taking the time after all the big sets that have come out, like Barracuda Bay and The Haunted House, which I was fortunate enough to receive a review copy of those two, and just all the other stuff, like the big Ninjago stuff, because Ninjago is a big hitter for me personally, but because I have a lot of fans that are like, I want to see more Ninjago. I want to hear more Ninjago. I'm like, okay, there's only so much I can do. But I did the two big $50 sets for Hidden Side, which was the Lighthouse and I cannot remember the other one. They're both still built. I cannot remember the other one. But I did those and I was like, I need to just, I just need to build these and do it. So I was like, you know what? I wasn't going to stream tonight because I have some of the Monkey Kid stuff that's supposed to arrive tomorrow. So I was just going to wait until then to do some of the Monkey Kid stuff. But, I decided, well, why not? It doesn't hurt. I got to build it anyway so I can review it and discuss it. So I make Lego happy. And then, This didn't go where they said it just pays office. Yeah. And that was my fear, Aussie. That was my fear big time. You have people with such good-hearted intentions. And I'm not saying there's everybody that's corrupt, and I'm not trying to be political or anything like that. That's not what I'm doing here. It disappoints me that is the case. By the way, I really like the use of these pieces here. There's 4 on this side. Yeah, you can kind of see them. The 4 here, and there's 4 on the other side that lock these top wings into place. Very cool. The Hidden Side School, that is a really, really good one. It came out last August. We did a review on it. That is one of the coolest Lego sets I think I have ever built. It has good build techniques. I'm not trying to spoil anything. I apologize if I'm not gonna give anything out there. But it has really good build techniques. Some cool build techniques. It has playability. It has functionality to it. It has displayability to it. It has large, great capacity to it. I mean, it is a solid all-in-one set. It's a great set. And for here in the United States, it was $130. You cannot go wrong with it. It is one of the coolest sets that I think I've seen in some time as far as that price point. Obviously, if you go above that, you're talking like modulars, you're talking other creator expert stuff like Pirates of Barracuda Bay, which was $250, I think. Haunted House was $200. Then you get into a different ballpark and stuff like that. But for what it is, for its price point, it's phenomenal. Where is this other piece? I don't know where I put it. It's here somewhere. It didn't jump off of my desk, I promise. My table. I'll find it. Ain't a big deal. If not, I have a replacement piece. There we go. I told y'all. I butcher the language. Try and get that too, but 225 here. Are you talking Kiwi? Are you talking about what are you talking about? Are you talking about the Hidden Side School? Yeah, you're right, Aussie. Charities are definitely big business. Definitely not my. Definitely don't make me happy with that type of stuff. That's part of the reason why my wife and I have fostered dogs for 7 years, 6 years, and we've had 10 or 11 dogs come through here that we fostered, and some of them, one of them is, she moved over here to the ground, but we had a few dogs that, hang on a minute. We had a few dogs that we fostered, that we kept, but we ended up stopping doing the fostering thing just due to the fact that it became a money grab political type thing. And it was just not, it just wasn't worth it. Like it just became ridiculous. Like, honestly, it really disappointed me. For as much time as we spent, it ruined it for me. So if we end up doing fostering again, which we will, I mean, we have 7 dogs here now, but when we do fostering again, eventually we'll do somewhere else, just because they're a charity type organization and they lost what they were, if that makes any sense to you. Like, they lost their avenue of who they are, what they are, their identity. There we go. Haunted House is 400 Aussie. Holy cow. Oh, the school? Oh, in New Zealand. Duh. Y'all are in 2 different countries. Duh. Okay. Very cool. It's a solid set. I mean, I can't sit here all day and say, I mean, I could sit here all day and tell you how great it is. It's a solid set. It does what it's supposed to. It plays like it's supposed to. It has display ability, like I said, like it's supposed to. It just wins. All around, that thing wins. And whether you use the app or you don't, whether you play with it or you don't, whether you display it or you don't, you win no matter what. You just win with it no matter what. So that is one of my all-time. All-time. I use that term loosely here. That is one of my favorite sets in the last 5 years, maybe even 10 years, just because of what it offers. That, and it falls under that kind of ghoulish type umbrella. So you have that kind of scary feel. Like if you did I don't know if Halloween is celebrated over there in either of your countries, but having something like that where you can do that type of thing is very cool. To display it during the holidays, the Halloween holiday or something like that, when you have pumpkins or whatever else out, like my wife does. It's something to add to that and say, oh yeah, here, this is cool. Because the new set that's coming out this year, unfortunately, doesn't release here in the United States until August 1st. The Haunted Castle looks okay. I'll reserve judgment, but it's definitely not going to hit the mark like the school did last year. At least I don't think so. I don't think there's a way for that to happen. I think last year with the school and when it came out it was almost like it was too good of a set for its era. Like you spent all the money right away. You made everybody excited immediately. By the way, I kind of like this. They've used these on the outside of wheels. I'm trying to think where they were first. Was Ninjago last season was the first place we got these? On the Land Bounty and on Cole's motorcycle, I think. I may be wrong, but I don't think I am. Or maybe I am. I don't really care. I'm not going to cry either way. I might cry just a little. Being on a farm, we looked at getting a dog that needed to be rehomed, but I can get a purebred. It's cheaper than a rehomed dog. Oh, I get it. Yeah, we've just always been dog charity volunteer type stuff. It's just something I've always done. And then when I met my wife years ago, it was one of those things like, you know, we both had that passion, and her probably more so than me, because she'll bring a dog home and I'll say, okay, like she knows I'm not going to say no. That's the thing. So maybe I'm just as bad, but she knows I'm not going to say, oh no, you got to take it back, or no, we can't. We'll find a way. Unfortunately, we can't any longer because we're at our max capacity. We've got a bunch of different sizes and breeds and ages, from a year and a half, 2 years, to 14 and a half years, to 130 pounds down to 12 pounds. I mean, it's insanity, man. It's insanity. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't. Love my dogs. I'd do anything for my dogs. But I'm weird like that, you know? I've already said that. Working dogs breed here. We have a husky, supposedly husky, blue heeler, and supposedly Australian Shepherd mix. And she is the smartest dog I've ever met in my entire life. Being around 4-H's and stuff like that, I've never met a dog like her. Never. And I probably should have worked on commands and stuff like that. It's just not the way I work. But anyway, we used to have Belgian Malinois a long time ago, and they're working dogs. And our female, who is standard size, was very much working mentality. Like I've got to have a task. I've got to be doing something. And then the male Malinois that we had was 85 pounds, so he was larger than breed standard. And he just was not. He was not a working dog. He was a giant baby. And it was just kind of funny, just because they were polar opposites. Yeah, blue heelers are pretty great. I would not trade my mixie doggies for anything in the world. Not at all. She's not here. She's usually in here. I don't know where she went. She's probably in my son's room, hiding, chilling, doing something. Are we done? I think we're done. This just happened, didn't it? Blah, 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 blah. So we got some extra pieces. Not a lot. Blah, 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 blah. So plane is done. Looks pretty nice. I gotta admit, it turned out better than I thought it would. I like the way the nose is constructed. You also have, where is it? Right here. No, here. No, where is it? Yeah, there it is. So as I mentioned with the colors that change, so you have the dark blue that's in there right in here where my finger is. So when you rotate this, that'll give you something different to do. That'll give you something different to do as far as chasing ghouls and stuff like that. And then the light azure color will give you something different to do. Got some nice weaponry here on the wingtips, on this wing anyway. I like that. With a sticker and a console down there. You could put a minifig there because it does have the leg clamps that go in here. No studs, just leg clamps. But you could, I guess you could, no, you can't quite get a hand on there. So I can put my lovely friend there, Jack, on there with his phone to catch ghouls, goblins. And then you can use El Fuego with his lovely cape and helmet, which I love that helmet design, by the way. It's, I don't know if it's identical to last year or not. I think it is. Without looking, I don't know. You can put him as pilot. You got a gun in the rear. This reminds me of kind of like an old World War II plane to a certain degree. Maybe not quite. But it's nice. And then you have your lovely lady here. This lovely chickie. And she's supposed to be ghouled out. So I guess we'll ghoul her out. Does it make me crazy if I want to get the rest of Hidden Side to build as I already have 7 LOL? Are you talking about last year's stuff and this year's stuff, Kiwi? Because if you are, no. I'm a completionist with a few things. Ninjago, Hidden Side now. I was with Nexonites before it died, so I have the stuff from the Nexonite stuff from the beginning until it died out. I'm going that way with Monkey Kid. I have a weird complex. Yeah, you should. So I had talked to April about this the other day and weeks ago. Being an ambassador with Lego, I had a conference with she's a marketing director for Lego, for all of Lego. And we were talking about Hidden Side and stuff like that. Some of the things that I like. I'll move my camera here while I ghoul this girl up because I have to find the instructions for it because it's at the beginning. But we were talking about Hidden Side because Hidden Side has received a lot of not great reviews at times. A lot of negativity has surrounded Hidden Side, I think, just due to the fact that it's different. Some people don't like the app. Some people don't like the idea of using an app to play with things. I don't know. And her and I had talked at length about where the future of Hidden Side is. And right now it's okay. I think they're trying to do a better job of market Hidden Side in a way where it is enjoyable is probably not the right word, but understandable. Because if you walk into, let me make sure my camera's up here. If you walk into, this is my minifig. If you walk into a big box store here in the United States, you have these Hidden Side boxes that are on the shelf. And I'm sure both of you have seen them before. Maybe you haven't. If not, I'll show you. Well, I know both of you have because you saw the Castle One stuff, and Kiwi, you have a bunch of them. But on the store shelf, they have them marketed as this, like this. Not with the front cover art like this. Whoop, I just popped myself in the mouth. Because nobody knows what they're looking at. If you have it like this, nobody knows what it is. They see hidden side. Camera's backwards. They see hidden side, but they have no idea what they're looking at. And we had talked a little bit about marketing. I'm not a marketer by any means, but we had talked a little bit about it and just kind of where things lie and stuff like that. And I think I think they're trying to find a better way to be able to get it through to that audience, because again, it is a kid's toy, at least those sets, hidden side sets for the most part. And I think they're trying to find a way to be able to capture kids. The problem becomes it is technology based. There is technology that is with the set, so you can build the set, play with the set, and then have the technology piece. So you're capturing a bunch of different age ranges there. You're capturing young kids that can build it because it's a young age range. You're capturing kids that like to be able to still play with things, so they're able to do it. You're able to capture kids that like technology or have access to technology, I think is probably the biggest thing. Why is this not going back on? There we go. So you have all that going for you, but the app is kind of repetitive. The play is repetitive. Okay, a ghoul comes out based on a certain color, and then you play and you capture the ghoul. Then what? Okay, then you're done. You get some points. Maybe you go ahead and do it again, and you try and better your score and try and make more achievements to unlock other things in the app game, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I just spun her head off. Hang on a minute. It wouldn't come off, and I spun it off like a top. But the problem comes where I think a lot of kids, it is missed with a lot of kids. Oh my goodness gracious, why does this keep popping off? All right, so this is her ghoulish form. She got a jetpack with ghoulishness on the back. She's got her claws, and then her. You're not gonna do it. All right, here we go. It's not gonna work. April, your trick is not working. Anyway, she just has a goblin face. You're crazy for keeping all the boxes. I don't keep boxes unless they are for the larger sets. Pirates of Barracuda Bay, the Chinese New Year stuff from this year, stuff like that. Boxes like this that come with this, I don't have room. And even if I did have room, I probably wouldn't keep them just due to the sheer fact that it doesn't make sense. In my mind. I know other people keep them, and that's fine. There is nothing wrong with keeping them. I don't want to stuff them in my attic or in my garage. I don't want to shove them in a closet. So we get rid of that type of stuff unless it's one of the major type things. Like I'm trying to think. There we go. Like the modulars, anything like that. Anything like that we'll keep. So I'm gonna flip my camera back down here real quick. Wow. I gotta show you all this. Close this out here. So this is my ghoulish goblin lady that I guess is supposed to be I don't know what she's supposed to be. We have El Fuego. We have Jack with his phone to catch ghouls. We have Spencer, the dog. Whoa. And I have a leftover piece over there. And so we have Spencer, the dog. By the way, these are dual molded Spencers, just like last year. Same thing. But I got to say, I'm digging this. So you have 3 wheels on this. You have a rear wheel to balance it on. but you have rubber wheels on the front to kind of turn this around. I really like how this plays. I'm not going to shoot off the weaponry, but I can see a lot of kids having fun with this. This is an opportunity. Mind you, I always say I have girl hands. Okay. I have tiny hands for a dude. It's not going to come through in the camera, but I have tiny hands. I have very short fingers. But you can hold it in the back here in the back of the fuselage. And granted, my hand's a little bit bigger than the kid's hand, obviously. But you can play with it that way, and you can move this thing around, all that kind of thing. So I do like that. I really do like that. Plus, like I said, you have the two weapons here, the ghost shooters or whatever, and you have one in the back. I like this a lot. I really like this. It's turned out much better than I thought it would. I'll be honest, in the beginning, it was something. So when I found out this was coming out in, I think it was November, I was interested. I was very curious, but I was also very hesitant to make any kind of assumptions to how great it would be. I'm impressed. I'm kind of sad that I waited this long to build it. It's been taking up dust on a shelf. Taking up room on a shelf collecting dust. All Fuego doesn't lock in very well. Let me see if I can get... I can't get Jack Sand in there. Oh well. Here boxes equal mice. Mice equal snakes. And we get Eastern brown snakes. I saw that last night, Aussie. That was insane. Which are the second most deadly in the world. Yeah. Dude, I'm good, man. No snakes. I'm good with snakes. I'm good without snakes. We get them here. We don't get them here in suburbia. But when we used to live in the rural area, when we were on land a few years ago, we had rattlesnakes. I'm trying to think what rattlesnakes there were. I want to say copperheads. I think that's probably wrong. We had them all the time. All the time. And scorpions and just... I'm good. I'll pass. I have no desire to go back into that at all. So, it's been a good stream. It's been about 2 hours. Got a set built. I had some dogs visit. Let me see if I can get my other one here. Let me see if I can get her. How's this not working? There we go. My command worked, yeah. I'll mute myself real quick. Here she comes. Come here. There she is. This is the one I was talking about. Thank you. This is my Athena. This is my girl. This is our alpha. She got the healer ears and stuff. Yeah, you pretty girl. No, I know. Yeah, absolutely, Aussie. Get out of here. I appreciate y'all coming by. You and Kiwi and everybody else that Carnival Wilson, thank you for the follow. Aussie, thank you for the follow. Lego Organizer, thank you for the follow as well. Kiwi, you followed me about a week ago. I appreciate that greatly. So yeah, tomorrow, I'm going to stream sometime tomorrow evening again. We're going to do one of the Monkey Kid sets that I've been waiting on. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. I haven't checked the shipping yet today. So we'll wait and see. It's obviously a larger set than the plane, but we'll work on it. And the dogs are apparently putting themselves to bed. It'll be her and the other one that I had that'll sleep up here all night. Anyway. Cooley? Yeah, probably. Anyway, I appreciate everybody that stopped by today. If you're watching this on YouTube, stand by for our show that is coming out here. It'll probably be in the next 2 to 3 weeks to finish up Hidden Side before the new Hidden Side comes out here in the United States, so that you guys can check that stuff out. And I apologize it's taken this long, but everybody to stop by, I do appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening.